Well, it looked like 2025 was going to be the summer of trash, filled with garbage movies that nobody wanted to see, or franchise films that are nothing but wash, rinse, and repeat of older, better films. And then Jerry Bruckheimer surprised us with F1 the movie. And honestly, I couldn't be more pleased with it. The movie is about a racer named Sonny Hayes, played by Brad Pitt, who finds his way back to Formula One racing after 30 years because the company he's chosen to sponsor and race for is on the brink of collapse and hasn't won a single championship in years. His arrival to the team is seen as extremely desperate, and many wonder how he's going to be able to pull off racing miracles when he hasn't done Formula One racing in years, and also has to deal with his younger teammate, who honestly has some serious ego issues. Many people have compared this film to Days of Thunder, a racing film from the 1990s, which was also made by Jerry Bruckheimer, and is getting a sequel for some reason. And sure, it does share a lot of that film's qualities. I mean, F1 fits in with a lot of films from that era. However, on a technical level, this film has more in common with a film from the 1960s called Grand Prix. Both are technical achievements in their own right. Both are made to be watched on the biggest screens, whether it's 70mm ultra widescreen format or in IMAX with the best theatrical experience possible. To make it even more immersive is the fact that we do get cameos from actual F1 racers and figureheads. And as someone that's not really watched a whole lot, if any, Formula One racing, I wouldn't have known about these people beforehand. I grew up in a NASCAR oriented house, although I honestly couldn't tell you about NASCAR for the past couple years because, well, we haven't tuned into it for almost a decade. Honestly, I also wasn't expecting this much from the director, Joseph Kosinski, who also directed Top Gun 2. It was my pre-assumption that Tom Cruise was actually the one ghost directing Maverick, and I thought that Kosinski was just some dude. Well, apparently not, and it seems like he's got a thing or two up his sleeve. So this guy must really know how to direct. Now, I will admit that a lot of this film shows off how, after all these years later, Brad Pitt is still freaking cool. I mean, the man just has an awesome vibe about him that makes you really want to hang out with the dude. Even in the scene with the journalist grinding Sonny to death, Pitt manages to keep his character at a cool, basically replying to one guy with a solid, yeah. Also, granted, there are other moments in this film that feel a bit cheesy or corny, but honestly, who cares? At least Bruckheimer knows how to make films for his audience, something that other producers and studios should really take note of. I'm also glad Hollywood couldn't make a movie focused towards men again. Any other team of writers would have made Brad Pitt's character a washed out old bigot who needs put in his place by the younger generation of racers. But even F1 goes out of its way saying that the younger generation needs to learn a thing or two about life's expectations, or racing in this film's case. Overall, would I recommend F1? Absolutely yes. Is it going to be the most groundbreaking thing of the century? No, but it didn't need to be either. All it had to do was make a technically pleasing, entertaining film for people to enjoy. If you like Formula One or racing in general, if you like Jerry Bruckheimer movies, or want to see what Brad Pitt is up to these days, then tune in for F1 the movie. You won't be disappointed. Unfortunately, I think the IMAX presentations for this film are finished, although I could be wrong. But if you have a 4K player and want the next best way of immersing yourself into this movie, then I would definitely recommend picking up the 4K disc when it comes out. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Have a pleasant rest of the week and tune in for more 20th Century Dude content along the way. This channel has a lot of great content and series just waiting for your attention, so please stop by again when you have the chance. This concludes this lap for the movie review. Hope to catch you on the fly. See ya.